need to get oriented to the idea that there are different types of temperatures. The temperature we hear most often reported on TV, in the newspaper, and on our phones is the air temperature. And this temperature certainly varies from place to place, but it varies much less than some other kinds of temperatures. Another type of temperature is the surface temperature. Think about things that we touch. You've been to a bus stop or a playground and touched surfaces that are incredibly hot, and maybe even burned yourself. We can understand surface temperatures at the touch scale. We know that some surfaces are hotter than others, and the variability in those surface temperatures, or sometimes called the ground temperature, is a lot greater than the variability in air temperature. Sometimes we look at maps of surface temperature to understand which places in the city get hotter compared to places in the city where we're using cooler materials or have more trees and vegetation. A third type of measurement is the thermal index, which represents how hot you feel. In other words, it's about how the human body is responding to all of the different factors in the environment that impact how hot or cold we feel. This measurement helps us assess how comfortable people are in different locations when studying urban heat. Anybody who has spent time outside in the summer knows they feel much more comfortable in the shade than in the sun. So as you can see, air temperature does not tell the full story. In fact, the air temperature difference between a spot in the shade and a spot directly in the sun on a hot day can be close to zero because the air moves around. But look at the huge difference between both the thermal index and surface temperature in direct sunlight compared to a spot in the shade. You can see that for both of these measures, it's much cooler in the shade. So when we think about urban heat challenges, it is important that we not only think about the air temperature, but also look at surface temperature and consider what the temperature feels like to the human body.